Good morning to ya. Oh, ouch. Ouch. Let's get rid of that. Ow. DJ Wonder Chrissy here for Migrant Mayhem. Land Cruiser Midwest. Like, share, and subscribe as we're heading towards the end of the month into St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day is a big deal in Chicago, folks, just so you know. Big deal. It's going to be a party weekend. I was just checking out with my friends at a local pub that does it up right. Actually, it's owned by an Italian, but they do up an awesome St. Patty's Day. They're going to be celebrating Saturday and Sunday come March 17th. Okay, so today we got more bad news, and I alluded to this couple of weeks, probably beginning of last week, that money is running out. Money is running out, I guess, FEMA money, which is being used by Arizona, California, and obviously Chicago and Boston and New York. It amounts, for some of these towns, it amounts to 10% of their resources or capital or budget that they're using to address the migrants. But the NGOs out in San Diego, we got a report here from Fox. Bill Maloogian, who's been on the border for years now, literally this guy's been reporting from the border for years, talks about how in San Diego there's a shelter that is literally closing down now because the NGO that was running it just ran out of money. They were given $3 million by the government. They went through that and more, and now are faced with closing it down. So they're basically mass releasing these people onto the streets of San Diego, and I don't know if they're going to be able to get these people on the planes, buses. But I watched a video yesterday by JLR Investigates. Check out that guy's channel. A lot of good information there. So he had a lunch video where he was at Jack in the Box. He had an awesome looking hamburger at Jack in the Box, but he said, based on his interviews and travels, there's 3 places where these migrants are going: New York City, Boston, and Chicago. Those are the 3 top places the migrants want to go. Also in this video, you'll hear talk of Atlanta and Minneapolis. So they're going everywhere. So expect a surge as money's running out. And then on the other side of this, we're going to talk about what's going to happen in your town if you already have masses of migrants as other monies run out in your locality and what that means. And it's not a good situation. So let's kick off this video, and thanks for joining today. It's Sunday, February 25th, and it's 7 o'clock in Chicago. The sun is coming up. It's 33 degrees, and we might hit 50 today. We had snow yesterday, but hopefully the 50 degrees will melt the snow, and we'll head back in some nice temperatures the next 5 or 6 days. So here you go. Let's look at this Fox News report.
So right, we're watching this video in from Bill Maloogian on some migrants that are being dropped off. He has an update for us from San Diego. Bill, what are you seeing?
Hey, Dana, good morning to you. We are in San Isidro, a part of San Diego right now, where hundreds of illegal immigrants have just been mass street released from Border Patrol custody. This bus you see right here is apparently an NGO or volunteer organization bus. They've all just gotten off a Border Patrol bus, 2 of them actually. They're now waiting to board this bus. I've talked to several of them from Peru, from India, from Colombia. The group from Peru told me they are here to work. They are going to Atlanta and Minneapolis. Let's see if we can talk to some of them real quick. Hola, español. ¿De dónde son? ¿A dónde vas en los Estados Unidos?
Nueva York.
New York. Going to New York. ¿De dónde son? ¿De dónde son? Costa Rica. ¿A dónde vas en los Estados Unidos?
Atlanta.
Atlanta.
The usual, none of these guys, very rare, very few of them speak English.
New Jersey.
¿Dónde?
New Jersey.
New Jersey. ¿A dónde vas en los Estados Unidos?
Chicago.
Chicago. ¿Y de dónde son?
Colombia.
Colombia. ¿Quieren trabajar?
No.
No? ¿Asilo?
Sí, yes.
They say they want asylum, they don't want to work. ¿De dónde son? Oh, where are you from?
Senegal. Senegal, Africa.
Senegal, from Senegal. We saw a lot of Senegalese in Lukeville, Arizona. Where in the U.S. do you want to go to? What city?
France. Speak French.
Oh, he says he speaks French. I obviously do not speak French. Watch out, Lexi. Hi, where are you from?
I'm from Dominican Republic.
Dominican Republic. ¿A dónde vas los Estados Unidos?
New York.
New York. Okay. So you get a little flavor right there, guys. They're from all around. They're some going to New York, some going to New Jersey. We talked to those Peruvian guys. They're going to Atlanta, to Minneapolis. So they've been released from Border Patrol custody. They are now free to travel the country. It appears an NGO group or some sort of volunteer group is now putting them on their own bus, and they're going to be going elsewhere. We'll try to talk to that NGO after this live shot if we can, but the reason this is happening, obviously we've had a big surge of illegal crossings here in San Diego sector, which we've been showing all week. The other reason, San Diego County recently spent millions of taxpayer dollars to create a migrant shelter where some of these migrants could stay. That shelter just ran out of money this week. So there's nowhere to put these migrants from Border Patrol custody. You see the results now. These are mass street releases just dropped onto the streets of San Diego, and now they are getting help from this NGO where they're going to help facilitate their travel.
How would you feel if you lived in San Diego to see hordes of people on your streets who can't speak the language, probably ill-equipped for financially supporting themselves, and who knows what they would do? We're going to talk about that.
And go all across the country, and guys, you just heard it here. They're going all over the place.
So you just answered a couple of my questions. I wanted to know what a street release was. I noticed that everybody seems to have an iPhone and that it's fully charged and they're using it. What I am wondering is, with all of this happening in the last 2 weeks that we've been showing between you and Griff Jenkins, has Governor Gavin Newsom said a word?
Not that I'm aware of. I know he's in Washington, D.C. today, but eventually, look, these images are probably going to cause him a little bit of a political issue, right? Look what's happening in Texas. They are fortifying their border with razor wire, with National Guard, with troopers. They're kicking the feds out.
Now, there have been reports that Texas has pretty much stopped their migration to a trickle, probably 5% of what it was when Eagle Pass was wide open and they were getting thousands of people a day. They've brought it down to a trickle. So everyone seems to be going through Arizona and San Diego right now.
And their illegal crossings have fallen off a cliff here. What has happened as a result? A lot of the illegal crossings are now a big majority of them are now in California and Arizona. Blue states run by blue governors who really aren't doing any sort of resistance at the state level in terms of trying to stop these illegal crossings. But look, here down in San Diego, the El Cajon mayor is coming down here as well. We've been texting. He's been getting mass releases in his city as well. Everyone's frustrated that the federal government essentially just says, you deal with it. They dump them in a city and say, good luck, essentially.
Incredible. Thank you for the reporting, Bill Maloogian.
Bill. I'm Steve Juice.
So there you have it. There you have it. A report from our great reporter and media savvy person, Bill Maloogian. So I'm expecting more of these people to hit the streets of Chicago. It's just a matter of time. So we're going to be hearing Brandon scream again for more money, which he's not going to get. He should be thankful that the money that he's getting from FEMA, which I told you like a couple of days ago that I heard rumblings that a lot of this federal money that's coming out today is going to be constricted. So here here's the first occurrence of that, or the first result of that. You have NGOs, non-government organizations, who are being paid by the government to do their dirty work, are now not going to be paid anymore. And if you think they're going to do their work out of the goodness of their heart and take money out of their pocket to do it, I don't think so. The only reason an NGO for the most part exists is because it's taken government money and funds to do the dirty work of a government. So there you go. They're dumping them on the street in San Diego. Where are they going to go? They're either going to stay in San Diego, cause commotion. I just had a comment from a gentleman on our channel saying that he lives in a town. I don't think he stated where, but he said, I mean, it's probably somewhere in Texas, I suspect. He says the females in his family are accosted or threatened on a daily basis by illegals in his town, and he says they don't go out by themselves anymore, and so you're seeing stuff like that happen. So think about you put your common sense. I know a lot of people here are on the same wavelength when it comes to this topic, but I'm going to ask you to put on your common sense hat and think about what happens when, say, Brandon or our buddy Eric Adams. What would happen if they were ever put in a situation where they had to turn off the free stuff, right? If they literally did run out of money, which it's conceivable that the money will run out. Do you remember the Cocoa Puffs and when New York and Illinois and California got $40 billion? That's what it'd be. Remember that when they got $40 billion to shore up their pension programs that were floundering because of the stalling of our economy? I think we're headed to something like that again, especially here in Chicago. And Chicago, the politicians don't tell you. They're very non-transparent. They're not going to tell you if they're running out of money. And I'm getting kind of inklings as some of the Republicans in our state legislature, they just had the big state budget meeting with JB. They did some videos of their own, and a lot of them are kind of, insinuating that the state of Illinois is in no way, shape, or form able to fund this on an ongoing, sustainable length of time. So finances, I've said this before, in Illinois, finances are not good, even though somehow JB's able to come up with money. He's working some magic right now, but at some point the magic is going to run out, and Joe Bergen in D.C. is not going to give us any money. The federal money is for whatever reason is not coming to save anybody at this point, and we're behind New York. I mean, New York looks like a mess. If you see videos of New York, it's a literal mess in Manhattan, and it's probably going to spread to the boroughs as the weather gets a little bit nicer out there. And I'm expecting the same to happen in Chicago as, the money starts running out. And they've already said that come middle of March and end of March, they're going to be putting pressure on these migrants to leave the shelters. I mean, think about it. Put that common sense hat on again. We have college-educated kids who can't support themselves, who have a real job, an entry-level job, but a real job. They can't support themselves, and they're living with their parents. Yet we expect illegals that don't speak the language and maybe have a couple of kids and a wife and who knows what kind of skills they have. We expect them to support themselves? Not going to happen. Not going to happen, folks. Someone's lying to us, right? Someone is placating us. Someone is gaslighting us because there's gonna be some severe blowback coming soon. Big blowback by citizens who are gonna at some point realize what the truth is. The truth is your government agencies are gonna be broke. They're gonna have to do one of two things: either reduce services or raise your taxes. And who knows, they may do both. I live in a town where they're already talking about increasing taxes for other reasons. And we're going to go vote on that come next couple of weeks. So raising taxes is going to be a way of life in many states. Money printing is not a good thing, folks. So if you're expecting the government to step in and help out a municipality, a state, a county, it most likely involves money printing, which does nothing more than destroy the money, the value of the money that's already out there. So it's just basic economics. So there is no silver bullet here, folks. And I'm here to tell you today to put on that common sense hat. Think about what's going on, and what happens when you have all these people that are used to free stuff, and then you expect them to go cold turkey on free stuff? No more free stuff? What's going to happen then, right? What is going to happen then? Then the fun's going to begin. I hope it doesn't, but worst case scenario, if they turn off the golden spigot of free stuff, you're going to see some nasty stuff going on. Going to take us back to like the French Revolution or something, or the Civil War. I mean, not going to be a good situation if something like that ever happens. So our government has helped create this perfect storm of socialism. Let's just call it that. It's a perfect storm of socialism. And it's not good. It is not a good situation. And just think about it, folks. Just think about it. So now we've got more and more migrants being shoved through the border. And there's no room at the detention facilities anymore. They're just releasing them as quickly as they can and shooting them on their way onward to the rest of the United States. So that's the message today. Get ready, folks. Get ready. Be prepared. Who knows what will happen? Expect crime to surge. Expect your taxes to go up. Expect the livability and the standard of living in your town to decrease. And like they say in New York City, it just smells of weed and urine these days. So I know Chicagoland here, we got those dispensaries all over the place. As far as I know, the migrants aren't living on the streets just yet. So we don't have the issues like San Francisco and New York City have, where the stench and the smell is overwhelming. But it's coming, folks. It is coming. Sorry to bring more bad news, but this is a reality channel, right? We rely on facts and reality here, folks. Trying to be straight shooters with you, trying to deliver what we know. It's best to know what's ahead of you so you can plan for it, as opposed to be blindsided. So that's the purpose of today's video, is to give you a glimpse into the near future if you live in a Chicago, a New York, an Atlanta, where these people are going to continue to start coming. We've had a little reprieve here the last couple of weeks as Texas plugged their holes. But now, it's just like a leaking sieve. You plug a hole over here, you're playing whack-a-mole. It's going somewhere else. It's still going to make its way to your town. Just going to take a little bit longer. So I expect we'll just be seeing a surge of migrants in the next 3 to 5 days here in Chicago, if not already. So there you go, folks. DJ Wonder Chrissy, Migrant Mayhem, Land Cruiser Midwest. Please like, share, and subscribe. That's the news for today. That's all I got. I'll be putting out some shorts. We went out for an awesome roasted chicken dinner last night. I'm going to share that with you guys. So check that out later on today. And over and out, DJ Wonder Chrissy. Thank you.